Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. This is Jen again. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my job here in United States. I'm going to be sharing you my first job, and then also I'm going to be sharing some of my experiences at work, and we're going to be talking also like how I got my job as a personal banker. I'm going to be sharing like the process, like the hiring process, and I'm going to be sharing some tips and advice on how to get a job in a bank. So let's get started. Let's start with my first job. I remember it was year 2012 when I first came here in US. It was December 2012, and it was really cold because it was winter that time. So my husband told me not to work for like few months, just for me to to get used to the weather, and then also to learn about the culture, learn about to take my time, because Philippines is like completely different when you're here in United States. So ayaw niya ma-culture shock ako. So he wanted me to take my time to look for a job. But then after 3 to 4 months, I got bored already. Yung mga 3 to 4 months, sabi ko, no, I'm going to start looking for a job already. First thing I did was to look for a job in Craigslist. So if you're here in US, you know what Craigslist is. Pwede kang mag buy and sell in Craigslist. You can find jobs also in Craigslist. So that's how I found my first job. And my first job was a cashier in a restaurant. I work in like a Korean restaurant in Midtown Manhattan. The area was really nice. It was in 51st Avenue. Parang the area, marami siya mga businesses. So mostly of our customers were professionals, and then also we have a lot of tourists, mga turista. Working there for like a year have taught me a lot. I learned how to familiarize myself sa mga sa bills, which I was able to use when I applied as a teller in a bank. So yun yung experience ko, na-gain ko yung cash handling experience while working in the restaurant. And then at the same time, since I'm meeting like a lot of people, customers, I've learned like different accents from people from different state, and then also in New York, and of course from other country as well, because we have like a lot of tourist customers coming into the restaurant. So I remember I was just working there 20 to 25 hours. So 20 to 25 hours. I remember I was just making $150 in a week. Siguro mga $8 per hour lang at that time. 150, I was working part-time, but then after a few months, they gave me like full-time hours. So started working as a full-time cashier. I guess like my not so good experience lang in that restaurant was an experience with my coworker. I had this coworker, there was like one day asking me to change a bill. I believe that was like $20, and he wanted it to exchange for like a specific denomination. And I was like working on something. Sometimes I cannot multitask. If I'm doing something, I wanted to focus on one thing. So if someone is like talking to me or while I'm doing something, sometimes I tend to like ignore them, or not purposely, but he got mad. He got mad or irritated. It was like, Jen, do you understand me? Do you understand the words that coming out of my mouth? So I thought it was really rude, because I was just new that time, and like my personality is I don't really talk too much. Yun, but not talking too much doesn't mean that I don't understand you. Probably thought that I don't understand English. So yun, so bully siya. So bully yung lalaking yun. He was working as a salad guy. When I came home, I told my husband about what happened, and then my husband was like, just take this like as an experience, like a learning experience, and then also sometimes all you could do is to just ignore these people. I just thought that, oh, ang yabang mo. You've been here forever. You've been here in United States whole life. So that's why you can speak better English than me, but it doesn't mean that you're smarter than me. Or kung sila naman yung pumunta sa Pilipinas, let's see how long it will take for them to learn our language. But yun nga, so lesson learned on that experience, guys. Whatever you have, or whatever, even like sa mga accomplishments or any achievements you had, don't look down on other people. Because like sabi nga natin, yung life is parang gulong lang. Sometimes you're at the bottom, and then sometimes you're up there. So kapag halimbawa nandun ka sa taas na yun, parang don't look down on other people, and just be humble. Kasi nga, you don't know in the future, that person that you're looking down might be more successful than you are. So yun yung sabi ko dun sa kanya. So nasa isip ko lang nun, sabi ko, okay, just give me time. Just give me time. Let's see what will happen 5 years from now. Let's see where will you be 5 years from now, and where will I be 5 years from now. And then from there, we can, like talk again. I remember pa pala nun before when I haven't found this job yet. It was hard. It was not easy to find a job. So I told my husband also, oh, maybe I should just work in Jollibee or in McDonald's, because before I used to be a service crew in Jollibee and McDonald's. So they would probably hire me if I apply in Jollibee or McDonald's. So my husband was like, "Are you crazy? Why would you apply in Jollibee or McDonald's? You have your degree, and then you have your experience. Just take your time. Be patient, you know." So yun, buti na lang nakinig ako. Kasi if not, like he said, if I work with other Filipinos in Jollibee, I would not learn. I would probably still not be speaking in English until now, because yung mga coworkers will be mga Filipinos. So yun nga, for my own growth, para mag-grow ka, you should not stay on your comfort zone. You should challenge yourself, and so yun, just keep trying. Wala naman mawawala if we're going to try, and that's how we learn and improve. Just try lang ng try until ma-achieve mo yung gusto mo talaga, which in my case was, I remember telling my husband before, whenever I see like people walking wearing their office attire, I was like, oh my god, I miss wearing my office attire. I would really wanted to go back working in an office. So again, my husband will be like, oh, just be patient, the right time will come. So ayun nga, which really happened talaga. But I just didn't just wait. We should look for an opportunity. So that's what I did. So after a year working in the restaurant, I tried applying. I tried like submitting my resume in, like different office jobs, even yung mga parang office clerk ka lang. Sabi ko, okay lang yun as long as I'll get the experience. Because I thought that if I could get any job in an office, it's gonna be easier for me to apply for a job in a bank, since I already have that experience here in US. That's what I did. I submitted my applications, mga Indeed, yung mga Indeed, monster.com, or mga job seeker website. Then I also went to like mga website ng mga banks, ganyan. And then that's how I found out na if you go to their website, if you scroll down, you'll see sa baba at the bottom, merong careers. So from there, I click yung careers, and then once you click careers sa may bottom ng website, you'll find yung different job opportunity that they have. You'll just need to search yung location where you want to apply for, and the position that you wanted to apply for. So I thought I would start as a teller, because I feel like that's the easiest way for me to get into a bank. So that's what I did. I applied as a part-time teller, and I remember applying to like almost all banks in New York. So I applied in HSBC, I applied in Citibank, I applied in Capital One, I applied everywhere. But I only had like one opportunity that time to have like the phone interview, and that was Citibank. They called me. So I thought before I also applied at HSBC, because I thought they might consider my my experience, because before I used to work in HSBC before coming here in United States. But no, I didn't get any call from HSBC. So the first phone call that I got was from the Citibank, and that time I wasn't really prepared because I thought, the process would be the same, just like in the Philippines. You're going to have like like face to face interview, and I thought just need to give them your personal information or something like that. But no. They asked me a lot of questions over the phone, and I wasn't really prepared that time. So it ended up that, of course, I didn't get the job because I wasn't really that prepared. So sabi ko, sayang. Sabi ko, I wasted that opportunity. At least I learned something also on that experience. On interview, at least I had like the opportunity to learn the type of questions that they might ask. Sabi ko, on my next interview, I will make sure that I will give my 100, 200, 300% to pass that interview, and that's what I did. I started to submit again different applications to different banks, and then I was so fortunate enough that I had this bank call me and asked me for like a phone interview, and I made sure that that time I am prepared enough to answer their questions. And I guess I did well, because after that phone interview, I was invited to have a face to face interview. And this time, I also prepared. I researched about the company. I checked for the reviews. If you're familiar with Glassdoor, guys, see like the reviews, and then also the possible questions that a recruiter that might ask you, help you like prepare for your interviews. And then usually they would just ask like the same questions. All you need to do is to be confident when you answer the questions, and that's why you need to rehearse the day before. Aside from researching and preparing your answers, you need to rehearse your answers. That way, the following day on your interview, confidence nandun na. So hindi ka nakakabahan, because you know that you already rehearsed it many times. Parang alam mo na yung sasabihin mo. So parang ganon. And then, so yun nga, I was invited for an interview, and I remember it was in Lower Manhattan. It was in Lower Manhattan. And then when I first got there, I saw the line. Mahaba ang line. So I thought, it was like, oh my God, ang daming applicants. Patay na ako. And then when I pumasok na kami inside, we were in this really big room, and there were like 20 applicants. Yung mga applicants, because we have this like very big and long table, and then they asked us to like sit there. So I thought that would be like the waiting area or something. Pero, and then, we will be called one by one, go to the other room to get interviewed. But nope, it was actually a group interview. Yes. So eto na si recruiter. So long table siya. So nandito si recruiter, and I was sitting on the fourth chair from dito sa recruiter. So pang-apat. The recruiter will ask question, and then we will take turn to answer that question. Pang-apat ako out of 20 people to answer that question. So everyone would hear your answer. And then, it was so intimidating. But it was also like a great experience. You will see like different nationalities. I think there were only like 3 Asians. And of course, I'm the only Filipina. First question she asked was, of course, as always, tell me about something. Why did you apply for a job? Or why this bank? And there was also like a question about your accomplishment, and I think that was the question that gave me an opportunity to shine compared to mga answers ng other applicants. So with that, I was able to like share yung mga accomplishments ko before in HSBC. So shout out sa mga TL ko dyan in HSBC. Thank you so much. And that time, very important sa kanila yung hitting your goals and hitting your targets, which we had before in HSBC. So it was easier for me to to tell them yung mga accomplishment ko kasi totoo naman siya. So I feel like doon ako nag-shine. And yep, I believe like after a week, I got a call from the recruiter congratulating me that I passed the first round of interview and they're inviting me for the second interview. So I thought yung since medyo mahirap yung first interview, sabi ko, so maybe I will feel like more comfortable on the next round of interview because it's just gonna be with a manager. And I'm okay with, you know, like one-on-one interview versus to like a group interview. So when I went back to the office, I was just expecting like one person. But when I got there, I saw there were like 3 people sitting on the, you know, like para kang nasa American Idol. So they were sitting in sa my long table again, and then 3 of them were like sitting with their pens, and sabi ko, oh shoot. It was actually like it was a panel interview. So parang yung feeling mo na para kang nasa korte na susustensyahan dahil 3 silang tawag doon, nagtatanong sa'yo. So mostly the questions were behavioral questions. They would ask you about your previous experience, and then you need to give them example, like specific situation. So more on situational and how you were able to solve the problem and what was the result. So like parang star method dapat yung pag-answer mo. So yun, more on behavioral questions. So you need to prepare. You need to like, go back and like remember yung previous experience mo sa job mo and come up with a really good example, and make sure that your example is merong resulta, that you were able to provide value or yung solution for that customer. So yun yung mga questions niya before. And then so like after, I think I waited like a week or 2. After that, I got like an email from the recruiter that I got the job. So I started working as a part-time teller. I just got hired for 25 hours, like a part-time teller. Again, I don't care if it's like part-time teller, or the most important is, you know, na-hire nila ako, nakapasok ako sa may bangko. So that was October when I got hired, and then after the background check and like other things, I started working in the branch mga November na. So November, since Christmas is coming, and then you know holidays, mas busy yung bangko. And that time also, it was only me and my teller. It was only me and my lead teller that time. So I used that opportunity again to show them my skills. I learn as fast as I can. So yun, I was very lucky also that my hard work was appreciated at work. And then so after a year, it was December when I applied for a lead teller position. And that time I was still hesitant to apply because I feel like I'm still, you know, I might not be ready for the position, or there's like a lot of doubt. But still, sabi ko, bahala na si Batman. I will apply for this position. This is the only way for me to get promoted. So I submitted my application. And then year 2016, that was actually my birthday, January 2016, when I officially got promoted as a lead teller. Yay! So yeah, so naging lead teller ako for, I believe like only 8 months, 8 to 9 months only. So when I was a lead teller also, I was recognized in like the whole district of Manhattan, being the best lead teller in the whole district of Manhattan. And that gave me an opportunity to get promoted again as a customer sales and service representative. And so yeah, customer service representative, it's like you're a personal banker and you're a teller. So like I said, I don't just wait, you know, like every year I would apply to get promoted. So after a year, I applied again. Meron ng opening as a personal banker. So parang higher position na siya than the CSSR. So I applied for a personal banker, and then I got promoted again sa PB1 after a year. And then after a year again, I applied again as a senior banker na this time. So after a year, I got promoted again as a senior banker. So now I've been working in the bank for almost 6 years now, and I'm very thankful na, like I said, they really appreciate my hard work and they keep promoting me. So I guess like dito, as long as you have that, if they see your dedication, if you really work hard, it will pay off. Hindi naman masasayang yung hard work mo kasi you know that you're really doing your best to achieve something. So yun. So yun po. So parang masyadong matagal na siya. Mga 30 minutes na siya. So I will stop from here na po. And so again, I wanted to thank my 85 subscribers, 83 subscribers. Thank you so much po for your support. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and hit that like button. And then also pahit na rin po ng notification bell para at least updated kayo once I upload new videos. And mga new immigrants dito sa US, so just keep trying. I met a lot of Filipinos in New York who like professionals in the Philippines, but they didn't pursue their profession when they got here in United States kasi nga sabi nila mahirap kasi wala naman madali. So we should just keep trying, and eventually makukuha din natin yung gusto natin once you keep trying. And then just keep trying. Kung if you fail, if you make a mistake, then just learn from it and then grow and then improve, and that's how you're gonna be able to achieve whatever you wanna achieve. So yun lang po. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. If you do, palike lang po, and then of course subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Bye.